Okay. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to State of the City 2022. Glad you all joined us this evening, whether you're Zoom or YouTube. It's good to have you here. It's going to be a great evening to fill you in on what's going on in American Canyon and what we have planned for the future, achievements, hopes, aspirations, and how we build a better community in American Canyon. You know, it's a great place to live, work, and play. If you have a business, you have opportunities, you have great neighbors. You got great schools and great recreation in American Canyon. Some things unique that nobody else has in the whole county. And it's truly a treasure for all of us. You know, that Wetlands Edge walk or a hike up to Newell is something that not everybody has. And we're very fortunate, very blessed, frankly, to have it. So I look forward to hearing more from the staff this evening about projects in the future, how we're doing financially. Frankly, I think we're doing quite well. So I understand from our last financial meeting. And what our aspirations are for the future. How we're going to solve some of the major problems in American Canyon. And we're only going to get that done by working together, you know. It really takes all of us to make that happen. So I'm glad you're here this evening. I'm glad to be here also this evening. And I'll now turn the show over to our city manager, Jason Hawley. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Garcia. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining tonight. My name is Jason Hawley, American Canyon City Manager. I want to start first by thanking our great communications team for pulling this event together tonight, as well as all of the staff and special guests who will be presenting. Thank you for all of your hard work. Before the pandemic, we would hold these events in person, but last year we held our first virtual State of the City, and tonight we're holding this event virtually as well. Hopefully, with the pandemic behind us, next year we'll be able to hold this event again in person. But one of the benefits of holding it virtually is we get to broadcast our message, quite frankly, around the world to folks who are interested in hearing our story. We know, for example, we have listeners in Okinawa, Japan, and Zacatecas, Mexico, who are listening in. We have viewers on our Facebook and YouTube platforms across all 4 time zones in the continental United States, hearing our story. And our digital platforms really allow us to communicate in ways previously unimaginable. We have a great story for you tonight, and we're excited to share it widely. 2022 is shaping up to be a great year for us in American Canyon, and we're going to be sharing all of the ways that you can live, work, and play while you're here. We're going to be celebrating our 30th anniversary, which is an important milestone for a new city now fully coming into its own. And you're going to be able to participate in ways with your local government that were not available even just a few years ago. We're going to start out tonight with a short video that explains some of those ways that you can participate in our new City Council meetings. Thank you.
Hey there, I'm your friendly American Canyon neighbor, and I'm here to show you how you can participate in the City of American Canyon's public meetings. The American Canyon City Council meets regularly on the first and third Tuesdays of each month at 6:30 p.m. You can watch the city's public meetings online through your mobile device or computer, on YouTube via web or app, and on local cable channel 28. Public meeting agendas are published on the city's website at least 72 hours prior to the scheduled meeting time. Let's head to the city's website and I'll show you where to find them. Located at the top of the city's homepage, I find a quick and easy shortcut to access upcoming meeting agendas, e-comment opportunities, and live broadcast links. Next, I see the virtual city hall, where I can conduct all of my city business like paying my utility bill, applying for a business license, or obtaining a building permit. Let's check out the meeting agendas page by clicking on the button labeled Meeting Agendas. At the top of this page, you'll see how to view meetings, where all viewing options with helpful direct links are listed. Directly below that is an email submission box where I signed up to receive emails with agendas, newsletters, and other important announcements. You should sign up too so you don't miss anything. Here, you will find the meeting archives where you can view past meeting agendas, minutes, and video recordings of all public meetings. Scrolling back up the page, you'll see the list of upcoming events just like on the homepage. Now, let's take a look at the second tab, How to Participate in Meetings. Before a meeting, you can provide written comments using the e-comment feature. During the meeting, you can provide oral comments up to 3 minutes per agenda item and general public comment for anything not on the agenda. This is a great opportunity to share any thoughts or concerns you have. Let's check out the tutorial in this last tab.
The City of American Canyon has launched 2 new online resources to make it easier to submit your input at public meetings, e-comment and register to speak. To sign up, go to Meetings and Agenda and select e-comment next to any agenda. Then select Sign in to speak. Here you will have the option to create an account. An account is required to use these features. To submit an e-comment, go to the Meetings and Agendas page and select e-comment next to the meeting agenda. Then select Comment next to the item you want to comment on. Select a position and enter your comment. When you are finished, tap Submit Comment. You can view comments left by other citizens by clicking the comment bubble icon on the left side of each agenda item. To register to speak during a live meeting, go to the Meetings and Agendas page and select e-comment next to the meeting agenda. Then select Register to speak next to the agenda item you wish to speak on and click I agree, register me. If you no longer wish to speak at the meeting, select Registered to speak next to the agenda item and click or tap Unregister me. For more information, visit cityofamericancanyon.org/comment or contact the City Clerk's office at 707-647-4369. Thank you.
That was a super informative video from the City Clerk's office. What's that? Oh, you're wondering where to get the Zoom link to join a meeting live. Let me show you. The Zoom link, webinar ID, and passcode are on the first page of each agenda. Click on the Zoom link, enter the passcode, and you'll be in the meeting as a member of the virtual audience. When the meeting chair calls for public comment, click the raise hand button in Zoom. When it's your turn, they'll call your name and you'll be able to unmute your microphone and comment. I almost forgot an important tip. Remember, only click the raise hand button when the meeting chair has opened the public comment period. Wait, I just heard news. Beginning April 5th, 2022, all public meetings will be hybrid meetings in the City of American Canyon. That means, in addition to joining with Zoom, the council chambers at City Hall will be open for in-person attendees at all public meetings. I know I'll be there. I hope you will too.
Well, as you can see, it's now easier than ever to participate in your local government. And our city council and our staff really does want to hear from you. We want your input, we want your opinions, and we want to know how you think we're doing. In fact, we're going to be submitting a survey of our residents to gauge their satisfaction and their expectations of their local government. Keep an eye out starting on March 7th for more information about the National Community Survey and how you can participate. Now moving on to tonight's presentations, we have 6 speakers for you, starting with Lincoln Bogard, our Finance Director, Erica Smithies, our Public Works Director, Terry McGrath of the Watson Ranch Development, Felix Hernandez, our Maintenance and Utilities Director, and Ali Akita, our new Parks and Recreation Director. Lastly, we'll have Valerie Zizek-Moraes of the American Canyon Chamber of Commerce. But before we move on to Lincoln, I wanted to especially thank our public safety partners at the American Canyon Fire Protection District and the American Canyon Police Department. Please tune in to our April 5th City Council meeting as Police Chief Greenberg will be giving the Police Department's annual report. Lastly, all of the materials and slides and videos from tonight's presentation will be available on the city's website. Please tune in later this week for the latest information. And lastly, many of you submitted questions ahead of time, and we will be responding to some of those questions at the end of this presentation. We probably won't be able to get to all of them, and so we'll be preparing a full response to those questions later this week. Tune into our virtual City Hall website for additional information. And without further ado, I want to introduce Lincoln Bogart, the city's finance director.
Thank you. Tonight I'd like to start with a video that shows you a little bit about our new transparency website.
Hello, my name is Lincoln Bogart. I'm the finance director here at the City of American Canyon. Today, I'd like to provide a tutorial on the use of our new city transparency portal. From the city's homepage of cityofamericancanyon.org, scroll down and there is a new link for transparency. This will bring you to an existing transparency page where we have historically kept financial data and information that is relevant to public consumption. There is now a new link on the transparency site that is for the transparency portal. By clicking there, it will bring you to the new city transparency portal where we currently have such data as the audited balance sheet and audited income statement for fiscal year 2020, 2021. And we have the mid-year budget amendment that went to council recently for fiscal year 2021, 2022. The default setting for this report is to show all governmental funds. And as you hover over different line items for revenues and expenditures, it will show you the amounts for each classified period. Solid lines denote actual results and hash lines denote budgets. This will be true on all of the reports within this transparency portal. If you'll also notice that under this expenses, it shows revenue less expenses. So that shows you your net income across governmental funds. There are different ways that you can view the data, such as a pie graph, a line graph, you can do a stacked graph, and also a percentage graph. From these options, any of them, you can drill in to see what you would like to look at. So if I go into expenditures, we have personnel, non-personnel, and transfers out. I may be interested in seeing only the general fund. So if I click on the view that says general fund, it will bring me to a similar report for the general fund, which I can click into as well. And you can click in as far as the different areas will go, such as supplies and services, and the makeup of those supplies and services within the line items. If you scroll to the bottom, it will show you the data that's presented across the periods in dollar format in addition to the graph format. There is also a way, if you go to filters, if you want to see the makeup of, say, the supplies and services by department, you can do that. And it will show you what each department's costing or expenditures in those areas are. At any time, you can hit the reset button and it will bring you back to the all governmental funds. You can choose to filter by funds. Governmental is one type. We have proprietary funds, which is our enterprise and internal service funds. We even have our fiduciary funds on here. You can also choose to sort by division, and that division shows the strategic objectives set by council that you can choose what strategic objectives you want to see and show you where those monies are budgeted as well. That is a basic overview of the new city transparency portal. I thank you very much. I really hope that everyone gets many, many hours of enjoyment perusing the site and digging into financial data for the city. And if you have any questions about usage or data you would like to request to be shared, you can reach out at any time to finance@cityofamericancanyon.org or by phone to 707-647-5343. Thank you.
Now that we've had a look at the new transparency portal, there's going to be a lot more new information put onto that site in the days, weeks, and months to come. We are looking forward to not only containing budget information there, actuals, as well as up-to-date month-to-month revenues versus expenditures and fund balance totals throughout the year. Also, as we start to transition to open our brick and mortar presence within the city, we would like to stress that we will continue to have the virtual city hall that is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And to give you an idea of how that has been used since the pandemic caused our brick and mortar presence to close, we have had approximately 12,500 online forms filled out at the virtual city hall. That's about 500 per month for various services as permits and licenses. We've also had approximately 2,300 payments to the web portal per month for utility payments. We also, with ActiveNet, had approximately 475 registrations per month during the pandemic. And now that we have introduced Civic Rec, that number has actually increased to 581 per month. So we would like to stress that while we will be here in the ways we have been, we will continue to be here in the ways that we brought about to transition. Also, we will have further efficiencies in how we do internal business, not only amongst ourselves, but with the community. So this presentation will help to provide that. Now I'd like to transition and introduce Erica Smithies, our Public Works Director. Thank you.
Good evening, American Canyon. Tonight, I get to showcase the exciting construction projects that are going out from the Public Works Department. First off, we will be finally completing the Eucalyptus Sidewalk Gap Closure Project. This has been a project long coming, but it's in the process right now of the final design and right-of-way acquisition. The goal is to have this project constructed by the summer in time for the next school year. The next project is our annual pavement project. And this is multiple streets citywide that will be taking place this summer. We're again finalizing the project right now in design, and we'll be out to bid later this spring for a construction summer. The additional project we're adding to this year is an interesting partnership with the County of Napa. It's the Eastern American Canyon road limits from Flosden to the city limits. The county approached us that they're doing work on their portion of American Canyon Road, at least a portion of it. And we were able to share in funds to do our portion of the project and get that whole segment completed. If you have questions on this project, you're welcome to contact the City of American Canyon Public Works Department, and or if we have follow-up, we can get you in touch with the County of Napa Public Works Department. But that is another project that's slated to go out this year. Right now, we're under construction in the final stages of Devlin Road. That includes half a mile of the Vine Trail extension and a half mile of Devlin to Green Island Road. Exciting portion, we were hoping to have paving video tonight. However, we're hoping to have an update by earlier next week or the following week of the final asphalt overlay. That's going to be the final stages of this project. There's still landscaping to take place, but it's exciting that we'll have that road open soon by late spring or early late spring. In addition to Devlin Road, we're about to start out to bid advertising the underground portion of Green Island Road. This has been a long time coming project. In the first stages of the underground, all the overhead lines, and that will take about a year. And then the following year, 2023, we'll be out to bid for the construction and the road widening and overlay of Green Island Road, as well as the different industrial park streets, Commerce, Hannah, and that whole district. So very exciting year happening. And if you have any questions of the Public Works Department, please contact E. Smithies at cityofamericancanyon.org. And I'd like to transition to Terry McGrath for Watson Ranch Properties. Thank you.
Thanks, Erica. Appreciate it. Good evening, everyone. I am Terrence McGrath of McGrath Properties, and I'm one of the owners and master developer of Watson Ranch. I'm honored to be here this evening, speaking to you as a private citizen to provide an overview of where we are today on Watson Ranch and where we will be going in the very near future. Before I get started, I want to thank a couple of people that have been really, really instrumental in getting this project. First and foremost, I'd like to thank the Yeager family. They've been an incredible partner over the past, it's almost 20 years now. I'd also like to thank my team, Barbara Lee and Roger Ashton, who've been incredibly important to getting this project off the ground. And then the town of American Canyon and all the wonderful people who have supported this project through thick and thin over the past decade and a half, which was critical in making the dream a reality. There are way too many of you to name, but you know who you are, and please know I feel incredibly blessed to be a part of your community. So the project that we're going to talk about tonight, as Erica said, is Watson Ranch. It's 300 acres, and it will include approximately 1,200 homes, 200-room hotel, and the Napa Valley Ruins and Gardens, which will provide a retail commercial hub for the city of American Canyon, as well as Napa County and the surrounding region. The planning for the project took over 17 years, and many of you were part of this process, either in subcommittees or planning commissions or city council meetings. And the estimated process of 17 years probably included over 75 city, county, regional, state, and federal permits. So just recently, we started construction on the first phase of the project in July of 2021, so approximately 6 months ago. And we'll have all the underground utilities, storm detention basins, streets, curbs, gutters, landscaping, et cetera, completed by early to mid-September of this year. So just in a few months ahead of us. I'm going to show you a very short time-lapse video of approximately 3.5 minutes overviewing the construction from the past 6.5 months. And I apologize because it doesn't even begin to do justice to the overall scale and scope and magnitude of this project. But we'll be adding to this as we continue to evolve the construction, as well as when we start on the actual vertical construction of the homes and the hotel and the ruins, et cetera. So Jen is going to play that just for you right now, and then I'll come back on and talk to you about what to expect over the next 6 to 18 months. So that website, that video will be posted on the city's website. And like I said earlier, we'll continue to add to it. And I have to say, it makes me a little bit emotional just because, it took quite a while to get here. But I'm more committed to the project every day. And I hope I live long enough that I get to see, the final culmination of it, because it's something I think that will literally change the city of American Canyon, and will also change how it sits, and in terms of both, the future of the city and the ability to generate sales tax and hotel tax and continue to add to all the great features that are already in the city, but really shift the balance of power in Napa County to the city of American Canyon. And I'm incredibly proud to have been a part of all this and continue to be a part of it. So what can you expect to see during the rest of the year and into 2023? The easiest way to describe it is probably just to simply break it down into the various components. And you saw in the video, there was references to several different projects. The first one is Lemos Point, and that's the affordable project for rent. And you'll also notice there's some familiar names that we are incorporating into the naming of this project, into the name of the roads, and that will continue to happen as we evolve neighborhoods and the hotel and the ruins. Obviously, Lemos Point, I don't really have to give that much explanation of where that name came from, but it's 186 units of studios to 3 bedrooms. It's 8 individual pods of 3 stories each. You saw the modular units being stored on site. There's another 200 of them being delivered right now down to the fairgrounds in Vallejo. And the owner developer of that project, master builder, is Pacific Housing Company based out of Boise, Idaho. And it is, those modular units are being produced roughly at 3 per 1 unit for every 3 hours. They're producing 3 in a typical working day. So it's very, very cutting edge technology. It'll be the largest affordable project ever built in Napa County. And the affordable units will range from 30% to 60% AMI. The next piece that you saw referenced is parcels 14 and 15. Those are just due north of Vintage Ranch. So Summerwood and Rolling Hills both dead into that property today. You saw in the video that those roadways are being extended. That particular segment of the project is 98 single-family 2-story homes. D.R. Horton is going to be the master public home builder for that project. The average size home is approximately 2,200 square feet, and the homes will be anywhere 3-bedroom plus 1, 4-bedroom plus 1, up to 5 bedrooms. Vertical construction will commence on June 15th of this year, just right around the corner, and sales are expected to commence October 1st of this year. Prices will be low 700s to mid 800s, and I wish the prices could be lower. Unfortunately, construction costs, supply chain issues, CPI, all the things that we're dealing with individually and collectively have impacted our pricing on those homes. And then parcels 10A and 10B, which is on the north side of Rio, across from the ruins and the hotel, and just to the east of the affordable project. That's 219 single-family home, again, all 2 stories. Again, D.R. Horton is going to be the master public home builder. These are smaller homes. These will be averaging about 1,750 square feet. Same configuration, 3-bedroom plus 1, 4-bedroom plus 1, up to 5-bedroom. And vertical construction will commence September 15th of this year, with sales commencing early January of 2023. And prices will be a step below 14 and 15. They're smaller homes. And we expect those to be mid to high 600s to low 700s. And then you probably saw in the video that we've already started doing some of the rough grading to the hotel site. And that's in anticipation. We are well underway in getting our design of the hotel. We expect to submit to the city within the next couple of weeks our elevations and schematics to start the design permit process. We expect that to be a relatively short process and approval. And we anticipate that the hotel will be under construction either late this year or early 2023 with a scheduled opening for spring of 2024. And then near and dear to my heart, besides the hotel, is Napa Valley Ruins and Gardens. And you can see from the videos that we've done a lot of structural design. We're in the process of getting that approved with the city right now. All of our wet and dry utilities will be underground by Q3 of this year. And fingers crossed, we're hoping for a soft opening late 2022 and then to bring it fully online in 2023, which is going to be just super exciting. And so I'd like to thank you again for giving me the time this evening to give you a little update. And I look forward to seeing you all out at the project in the near future. I'm there 2, 3, 4, 5 days a week. And please, feel free to reach out. And obviously you can grab information off the city's website and off the Watson Ranch website. So moving on to the next speaker, it's my pleasure to introduce Felix Hernandez from the City of American Canyon, who is the Maintenance and Utilities Director. Felix, take it away.
All right, good evening, everyone. Felix Hernandez, Maintenance Utilities Director. Tonight I have the pleasure of going through our playground replacement and utility improvements. And with this, I'll start with Bellagio Park. We have Northampton, Meritage Park, and Linwood Park, all scheduled this year for playground replacements. And now we have some artist renderings and some conceptual designs that we've gathered that we'd like to just go through here. There we go. Excellent. And now I'm going to talk about some recycled water installations. So 2 recycled water improvements in our water reclamation, our recycled water distribution system. Starting at the top, we have from wetlands up Spike Rush to Community Park 1. Our second segment is wetlands up Benton Way to Community Park 2. Very, very important for us with the current drought conditions, expanding that recycled water distribution system. And now we have electric vehicle charging stations and installations. We have 4 locations identified for 2022. And we currently have 1 location at City Hall, adding an additional location, additional charging station, the Aquatic Center, the Corporation Yard located on Wetlands Edge Road, and also Community Park 1, pardon me, that's the Aquatic Center area. And that's what I have for this evening. Thank you for joining us. I now have the pleasure of introducing Ali Ikeda, our Parks and Recreation Director.
Thank you, Felix. Good evening, American Canyon. I'm so excited to be here. Right now, we're going to go ahead and walk through our new recreation software system, Civic Rec. Hi, welcome to the City of American Canyon. My name is Alexandra Ikeda, your Parks and Recreation Director. We are so excited to announce our new registration software, Civic Rec. Visit our website at www.cityofamericancanyon.org to see all of our upcoming spring programs. Don't forget about summer. Registration starts April 2022. Come play with us. Hope to see you soon. Bye. See what the City of American Canyon has this spring?
Oh, do they have basketball camp?
I don't know, bud. Let's take a look.
Hey, what about me and my birthday?
Let me see if they have a picnic reservation. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Hi, I'm Mariah. I'm the admin clerk at the Parks and Recreation Department. I'm going to give you a demonstration of how to create your free account on our new software system, Civic Rec. So first, you're going to visit our city website, cityofamericancanyon.org. Once you're on this page, you're going to go to our recreation department. And then you're going to click register for activities. And then it's going to take you to our new Civic Rec website. So once you land here, to create your free account, you're going to click log in with email. And then create account right here. Go ahead and type in your email address and all your information. Then you're going to have a link sent to your email that you're going to want to validate your account. So then you will check your email for that link. So the email is going to come from civicplus.com. Once you receive this email, you're going to go ahead and click validate account. From here, you're going to go ahead and make your password. And then you're going to go ahead and log in. Go ahead and click on American Canyon. And now this will be showing you your account dashboard. From here, you can go ahead and add your new account members. Once you have your child's information, you're going to go ahead and click Save Account Member. And now you can go ahead and take a look at our catalog. Once you're on our catalog, from here, you're able to enroll in our activity offerings, our aquatics offerings, our active adult offerings, and reserve any park. So we're going to go ahead and show you how to enroll in our open gym basketball. Once you click into activity offerings, you're going to click into open gym. And then we're going to enroll in the basketball. From here, you'll see all your account members on the right-hand side, and it'll let you know if they are eligible for this class or not. We're going to go ahead and enroll this participant and add it to our cart. You will see that the open gym basketball for that participant has been added to our cart, and we can now go back in and continue adding classes or reservations to our cart. So I'm going to go ahead and now close this and go into a park rental. So you're going to click Parking Facility Rentals. And then you're going to choose your desired park that you would like to reserve. So I'm going to go ahead and click into Shenandoah Park. I'm going to click Shenandoah Park A. And now I'm going to look at what is available. So anything in green is available for you to rent. You can search for months ahead. Anything orange means, or gray means it is reserved. So I'm going to go ahead and reserve Shenandoah Park A on March 5th. This is a $50 flat fee, so this will show as a block from 8 a.m. to 5. You will then add to your cart. You have both your rental and your open gym basketball in your cart. From there, you can check out if you're done. And these are the prompts you will have to answer for the classes and the park reservation. When you are done filling out your prompts, you're going to click Submit Responses. This is our waiver that you have to agree to for your park rental policy. On here, you're going to click I agree, and then you will have to sign. Then you're going to click Confirm Waiver Agreement. And from here, it is going to direct you to pay for your open gym basketball and your park reservation. Once you click this, you will continue to payment and it will ask you for your card information. and you have just successfully enrolled in open gym basketball and reserved your park rental.
And don't worry, the fun doesn't stop there. We're so excited to bring back a lot of our community events this year. I'm excited because a lot of these events we're able to partner with our community organizations and nonprofits. Starting in April, we will be acknowledging and celebrating Earth Day, and that will be in partnership with ACCPF. On May 7th, we will be doing a Critical Mass event, which is a bike event, which teaches bike safety here in American Canyon. And that is in partnership with our police department, our fire department, and Napa County Bicycle Coalition. On May 30th, we will be celebrating Memorial Day with the VFW, Lions, and AMCAN's troop support. On June 18th, we will be celebrating Pride with the LGBTQ connection of Napa and Sonoma. And on June 19th, we will be celebrating Juneteenth. And that will be in partnership with the American Canyon Arts Foundation and Brenda Knight events. And don't forget about this summer. We have our July 4th celebration, and that will include fireworks and silent disco, as well as food trucks and other activities that we will be including a parade, which I'm super excited to participate in. And we also have July 30th, our S'mores and Meteors event. And then on August 2nd, we have our National Night Out with our police department. And let's not forget about our Chamber of Commerce. They have also some amazing events coming up. And here with us this evening, we have Valerie to tell us all about it. Take it away, Valerie.
Hello, and thank you all so much for having me tonight here at the American Canyon State of the City. I am the President CEO, Valerie Zizek-Moraes of your local Chamber of Commerce, and I am happy to have the role that I have here in American Canyon. I am happy to be talking about Meet Me in the Street tonight, which, if you did not attend last year, is a large street fair that the Chamber of Commerce connected business with community, which is one of our big goals that we have here as a nonprofit organization that focuses to help business and build relationships between our business community and our residential community. So Meet Me in the Street is a large event that's filled with business tables, along with food truck rally, car show. We have live music, wine, beer, and liquor sales, kid area, a large seating area for you to sit down and enjoy all of your treats from the food truck. And it turned out to be better than we ever could have imagined, and we're excited to launch it even larger than last year. And the dates for that will be the second Wednesday of June, July, and August. So that's June 8th, July 13th, and August 10th. We hope to see you and all your family out there. It will be from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. We are blocking the street off of American Canyon Road between Elliott and James behind Safeway. So we do believe there is an option to potentially grow this event a little bit larger as the season goes on. We just need to make sure that the participation is out there from our business community and our food truck community. So we're so excited to bring this to American Canyon. We are also launching our first time ever Fall in Love with American Canyon celebrating 30 years. This is going to be a collaboration event. It is designed to bring all of our nonprofit organizations out to work with the American Canyon Chamber of Commerce to create a Saturday, the second Saturday of October, Fall Festival, Beer Fest, art show, kid entertainment. It's still in the works, but there's so much to come, and we're so excited to bring this event to American Canyon this year. So if you have a business here in town and you're interested in participating in either of our events, we would love to have your participation. Please just reach out to the local American Canyon Chamber of Commerce. We are not an entity of the city. We are a nonprofit organization that is separate. So Google us, follow us on Facebook, watch for our updates. We do business networking opportunities, and we support our local business community in any way we possibly can. So if you are not connected with the Chamber of Commerce, I suggest you reach out for a little bit of information on how we can help you in the future. So thank you very much for having me here tonight, and we look forward to meeting you in the street this summer, and we hope everybody finds as much joy in the event as we have last summer. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Valerie, and thank you to all of our presenters and speakers tonight. A lot of really exciting information, and I hope the audience at home found it useful. By last check, we think we have about 60 or so of you watching us on our YouTube channel, and we'll be posting the link on our Facebook feed, and others can watch there later. We're going to be wrapping up our presentation for tonight, but there was some questions submitted in advance by our residents. We think many of the questions were actually answered during the presentations, but we did see a couple of these questions that we didn't touch on in the presentation. So we've got 3 that we're going to answer right now. I know others questions have come in during this presentation, and we're going to respond to all of the questions in a formal response later this week. But there were a couple of questions that came in. The first question was around food trucks. And the question asked, well, why are food trucks not welcomed by local authorities? And I think the question is referring to a planning commission and city council decision that occurred last fall, and it related to a local food truck. And it was ultimately approved by the city council and exists here today, just right near our city hall. Food trucks are allowed with the conditional use permit within the Broadway District Specific Plan, which is our corridor along the highway. The goal of this specific plan is to actually create a food truck roundup, which is a gathering of multiple food trucks and different varieties of food that are served. The city council did have a challenging decision in front of them because they wanted to make sure that the approval of one business wasn't going to negatively impact another business. And so there were a lot of information and a lot of deliberations around that, but ultimately the city council did approve that food truck, and it is now operating today right near City Hall. See, the next question, actually a couple of questions all related to this topic. The topic was basically, are there plans to extend Newell Drive north to South Kelly Road? And the answer is yes to that question. The Watson Ranch project that you heard about earlier in this presentation will be building segments of Newell Drive. In fact, some of the videos that you saw was construction activity on Newell Drive, and there's more to come with the Watson Ranch project. But beyond the Watson Ranch project, the plan is to extend Newell Drive over the railroad tracks that exist there, and then to curve westerly to intersect near Paoli Loop and Highway 29. The city is working on plans to make those additional segments of Newell Drive come to fruition. It involves the annexation of lands in and around Watson Lane, and then the construction ultimately of that segment of Newell Drive. So the answer is yes, there are plans to construct Newell Drive, both with the Watson Ranch project and then additional annexations that are proposed. Lastly, questions around the drought that we're experiencing and the city's water supply situation. In particular, the question asked, is the city planning to build a local reservoir or expand the use of recycled water? You heard in some of the presentation earlier today about 2 recycled water pipelines to serve Com Park 1 and Com Park 2, so we're definitely will be expanding our use of recycled water. The Devlin Road project actually installed a recycled water pipeline as well, and so now all of the new development at the very northern edge of town is being served with recycled water. Just as recently as the past couple of weeks is when that connection was made. So we continue to expand our use of recycled water, but as it relates to a local reservoir, no, we're not planning to construct a new reservoir. What we're doing instead is participating in a large project in the northern part of the state. It's a project by the name of the Sites Reservoir Project. This is a new surface water reservoir that will be built just outside of the town of Maxwell. This is a very large project. It will be about 40% bigger than Lake Berryessa is, and that project is well underway. It's currently undergoing its environmental review, and that's expected to wrap up towards the end of calendar year 2022. After that, the design process and other permitting processes will commence with construction beginning in early 2024 or 2025. It's expected that we'll start to see some of the first water deliveries from that reservoir in around 2030 or 2031. So although it sounds a little bit far away, it's really just right around the corner. So again, we're not going to be constructing a local reservoir. Instead, we found it to be much more cost-effective to participate in that much larger project. Like I mentioned before, there were other questions that did come in, but we don't have time this evening to answer all of them. So what we will be doing is putting a formal response together, publishing that formal response on our website, along with links to all the videos and presentations from tonight. And so as we wrap up tonight, I just want to say thank you again to all of our viewers from all over who are watching us. I want to thank you to all of our presenters and all the great information that you were able to share. From the mayor and council, again, thank you very much, and we welcome your participation through all of the new tools that you saw tonight. We really want to hear from you and your input, and keep an eye out on March 7th for the national community surveys and ways you can additionally provide feedback. And with that, I want to say thank you and good night, American Canyon. Take care and stay safe. Thank you.